I'm Mark Beale, a past life regression therapist and trainer. Today, my guest is Amanda Herr. She's a hypnotherapist and past life regression therapist and shamanic healer from Sioux Falls in South Dakota in the US and online. Amanda also has a bachelor's in psychology, a master's degree in social work, and her practice is Ananda Healing Hypnosis. You've trained together with me at the Past Life Awakening Institute. And so it was really just a few months ago, you went from reading a book to giving people sessions in quite a short amount of time.
I love that I could move forward with it quickly and, dive into working with clients so soon compared to if I work, at a clinic setting. It could take years for me to really work with people in the way that I would want to be able to work with them. So it's nice to be able to do the hypnosis because it's such a more deep level of working with people. And the experience for everybody, I just feel like, is so much better too, because hypnosis, you have to have a connection with the person that you're working with.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a connection, it doesn't really work very well. If you are like a psychologist or a counselor, you probably have a connection, but people can be much more guarded and it can take a long time to break that down. Whereas if you're doing hypnosis, you're breaking that down right away. So it's a much better way to work with people in general.
That's great. The training is pretty quick, but there are a lot of prerequisites required. So when you've got a psychology degree, you've got a discipline in doing case studies, so you've got a professional approach. You've also dealt with some of the more spiritually orientated therapies. So when someone like you comes for training, yes, it can be very quick. We've got the mentoring that takes you through that journey. So tell us a little bit about the certification and the training process for you. Like, how did you find it?
Yeah, so the certification process for me, I really loved it because, you start working with clients immediately and you just you get used to how you want to work with people right away. So yeah, it's a little bit of a process of like learning what feels right, but because you have everything laid out the way that you do for the course and the certification, and it just makes it so much easier. So all the pressure, I feel like when I was going through it was just taken off me. It basically was just, choosing the people to work with. And when we're learning all of the things in your program, you even teach us how we can choose the people that we feel like would be the right people to work with. It's not just, pick any person. It's, can I really help this person, or is this, something that we can actually work with? So I really enjoyed that process because it just made everything feel so much easier and so much more clear just to go through all of it.
As you're going through it, the process for people that don't know is we do go through step by step. So it's submitting assignments and then having people working with people as case studies. So you select the person, we do the session, you come back and tell me what happened, and we go through it. And so in that way, can you imagine not doing it in that way and then compare it to how when we do it that way, how different it is?
Yeah, I can't imagine not doing it that way. I like things to have a bit of a structure, but also maybe a little bit of, if you want to change things, you can. But if you're learning it, going through the learning process, it's much better to have that structure. And then, later on, if you feel like there's something that you want to kind of switch up a little bit, you can. But because I have never learned hypnosis before, I have briefly experienced hypnosis in the past, it's just so much better to have that very specific process. So I can't imagine trying to learn this any other way. I just don't feel like I would have been able to get the same results in helping others.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I think that's key. It may sound super quick, but remember, there's in-person interactive mentoring through every step of the process.
Everything that I've learned through, what have I learned? The age regression hypnosis, the past regression hypnosis. This has been a great course, honestly. I don't think there's anything else I could have taken to where I would have learned as much as I've learned. And then, just having the hands-on interaction immediately has been what's, been the most helpful. So if you're looking for a course to take, I would honestly say that this is the one, because you're going to learn all the things you need to learn. You're going to get that experience right away, and you're going to come away with being ready to just jump right into working with people, which is obviously what most of us want to be doing. So it's been a great experience.
If you're interested in having personal sessions or certification training in hypnosis or hypnotherapy or regression to this life, past lives, between lives, or spirit releasement therapy, then visit my website, thepastlifeawakeninginstitute.com, for details. Thanks so much for watching or listening, and see you next time.